Okay, this lesson I'm going to determine the equation of a line given different information. I want y equals mx plus b, which is your slope and your y-intercept form. Okay, so I want to determine the equation that has a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of negative 3. Y equals mx plus b is what I'm going for. My slope of 2, that means my m value is 2, and y-intercept of negative 3, that means my b value is negative 3. So I can just put them straight in. Y equals 2x minus 3. My b value was negative 3. My slope was 2. And just put them in. Okay, next question. I want to know the equation of a line that is parallel to y equals 4x minus 3 and has the same y-intercept as 2x minus 7. Now parallel means it has the same slope. So that means the slope that for my new equation I want to come up with, y equals mx plus b, I know my slope is going to come from that equation. It's going to be the same as that one. And it's going to have the same y-intercept as my other equation. So I can just simply put in my m and b values from those two equations. So y equals 4x from the first equation, same slope because it's parallel, has the same y-intercept, so minus 7 for my second equation. And there's a new equation of a line I'm looking for. It's parallel to the first one, has the same y-intercept as the second one. Third example, it is perpendicular to y equals negative 2/3 x and then goes through the point 0, 5. So perpendicular means it has a negative reciprocal slope. So the slope I'm looking for must be the negative reciprocal of this one. Negative reciprocal, I flip it and change the signs. So I'm going to flip it, so it's 3 over 2, and I'm going to change the sign so from a negative to a positive. So my new slope is 3 over 2. Flipped and change the sign. Goes through the point 0, 5. Now 0, 5, when x is 0, that is my y-intercept when my x value is 0. So that means my y-intercept is simply just 5. So I have my m of 3 over 2 and my b value of 5. 0, 5 is your y-intercept. So that means my equation is y equals 3 over 2x plus 5. Done. Next example. It just goes through 2 points. Okay, so for this case, I want y equals mx plus b. That is what I'm looking for. I'm going to do a couple steps in this one. First one is find my m, find my slope. M equals, and we have the formula, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. I want to put in the points. Now, if you remember, I label my points x1, y1, x2, y2. If you don't remember how to do this, best to go look back at a previous video about determining slopes. So putting in these points into the formula, y2 is negative 3 minus y1 is 5 divided by x2 is 4 minus x1, which is 2. So I have negative 3 minus 5, which is negative 8. 4 minus 2 is 2. That can be reduced down to negative 4. So I have a slope of negative 4. So that means right now I know y equals negative 4x plus b. And I need to find the b value. So I'm going to sub in one of the coordinates for my x and y. And it doesn't matter which one, choose whatever one is going to be the easiest. So I'm going to choose point A. So I'm going to put my x and y of 2 and 5 in. So my y is 5. Negative 4 is still my slope. My x value is 2 and plus b. So now I want to figure out what my b value is. 5 equals negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 plus b. I want to add 8 to both sides to get the b by itself. 13 equals b. Now that I have my b value, I had my slope, I have my equation. Y equals negative 4x plus 13. Y equals mx plus b. Okay? Find your slope, then you need to sub in an x and y value to find your b value. So in the next question, has an x-intercept of 4 and a y-intercept of 3. Now x-intercept of 4 is really the coordinate 4, 0. And a y-intercept of 3 is really the coordinate 0, 3. Okay? And so I'm going to do the same steps as I previously did. So I need to figure out my slope, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Label my points, x1, y1, x2, y2. Sub the points in, 3 minus 0 over 0 minus 4. That will give me 3 minus 0 is 3, 0 minus 4 is negative 4. There's my slope. Now this negative on the bottom, I can actually rewrite it. So the negative is on the top, negative 3 over 4. It doesn't really matter where you put the negative in a fraction, as long as you just have the one negative there. So I have y equals negative 3 over 4x plus b. I need to solve for the b value. Again, I'm going to sub in an x and a y coordinate to figure that out. It doesn't really matter which one you use. I'm going to use the first one again. So I'm going to sub in my y is 0. Negative 3/4 still. My x is 4 plus b. I need to solve for b. So when I'm multiplying, I have a fraction times a whole number. When I'm multiplying, my whole number just actually gets multiplied to the numerator, because this is secretly just 4 over 1. 0 equals negative 3 times 4 is negative 12 divided by 4 plus b. Negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. Okay. And I have negative 3 plus b. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So I'm going to have 3 equals b. Now I could have found this because it said the y-intercept was 3. So I didn't really need to do this step. It said the y-intercept was 3. Kind of was a dead giveaway right there, but it was just good practice of subbing in an x and y coordinate to solve for b. I have my slope. I have my b value. Y equals mx plus b is what I was looking for. So that means y equals negative 3/4 x plus 3 is the equation of the line that has an x-intercept of 4 and a y-intercept of 3. Thank you very much.